Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, whatever the case may be. So today I'm going to be doing an autumn fall eye tutorial today for you, and I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Salted Caramel palette. This has been requested, so I thought why not, let's get in there. We're coming into that season, so let's do it. So if you guys want to see the look that I'm going to achieve today, then keep on watching. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see my tape is in place. Not very attractive, but hey ho, I am going to have to get myself some shadow shields. She's trying to catch Dad, so you'll have to excuse the background noise. This is what life is all about. So today I'm going to be using this palette right here. So this is a Salted Caramel from Makeup Revolution. Lots of nice warm tones in there, a lot of nice autumn wintry colours in there. So I'm going to be using a few of those. I also am going to be featuring a little bit of this palette here, Juvia's Place, the Nubian 2, because I really like the orange in here. So this one is called Morocco. I really like this one. So I'm thinking I may interject that one along with the look we're creating from this palette. So what I'm going to be doing is picking up my fluffy brush, just this one right here, and I'm going to pick this shade right here and pretty much just put that all over the lid just to create a base. Now the things that I have done previous to this is I've obviously applied my foundation. I also have primed my eyes using the Avon primer in beige. So I'm just going to take this all over the crease. I'm also going to just whip it all over the lid as well. You don't need to spend a great amount of time on that process. It's just a matter of winging it over the lid. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this like light taupe colour. This is a really pretty colour, and I'm just going to put that into the crease just to start building up some colour. So just starting from the outer corner, I'm going to work my way in. And again, just laying that down the crease. Now, as you can see from just one application, it doesn't give you a lot of depth, so that's why I like to build up. So again, I'm just going to go in with that same colour and I put another layer down. I think it's nice to build with your shadows for the simple fact, for me anyway, is if you go in there too heavy, you're going to end up with a big mess on your hands. Whereas if you're just slowly building those colours up, everything's going to work together really nice. So that's just given us a little bit of colour there just to go in there with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start deepening up that crease, and I'm going to go in there with this shade right here. And again, just doing the same thing, bringing from the outer corner, working our way in. As you can see, this is quite a deep colour. So you just want to start building that out in the corner and then working your way in. So as you can see, you've laid that down. Okay. Now I have, like I've said in previous videos, two different eyes. This one is more open than this one, so obviously my lid is further down than this one, so I can't get my eye looks to look perfectly the same. They are going to be off slightly. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more colour to this eye because it just doesn't seem to be as deep as the one on the other side. So just gently pulling that in just to add a bit of depth there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush, my Real Techniques, and I'm just going to go over those lines just to soften all that off. It just creates a really nice seamless look, just going in there and buffing out those lines. It just makes everything work together really well. Now what I'm going to start doing is I want to start warming those colours up. So I'm going to first start off going in with this colour here. So it's more of an ambery orange colour. And for that, I'm just going to use this little blending brush from Avon. I really like this brush. Just picking some of the colour up there, and then we're going to work our way just in that corner. Again, just bringing it in, but with this colour I'm only bringing it halfway. You're probably not even going to see that on camera, but it's just warming it up rather than it being more cool. It is a really pretty shade, and it does add a nice amount of warmth. And again, I'm going to go back in there with my Real Techniques and just make sure everything is working together nice. Okay, now what I'm going to do is swap over palettes for just a second, and I'm just going to grab my Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be dipping into that Morocco shade. And what I'm going to do is use this flatter ended brush right here. So I'm just going to go in there and start bringing this from the outer corner in. I'm also going to be placing some of that obviously going in to the centre of the eye. So as you can see, I'm just placing that sort of in the bottom, and you can see how already that is really warming that up. I want to bring that all in there. And then I'm just going to take that from the inner corner and meet that in the middle. So it's creating that nice halo of warmth. I just love this shade Morocco. It really is pretty, and it's so pigmented. So again, I'm just building that up there. And then I'm going to place it a little more in that inner corner. So you've pretty much got that sort of effect going. And then again, I'm going to take my Real Techniques, and I'm just going to buff around the edges so that we are joining the chocolatey colours together as well as this Moroccan. So everything's sort of working together and blending in really, really nice. But it's looking amazing right now, and it's looking really nice and warm and giving me that very nice autumn feel. So again, we're going to do the same on the other eye. Just working our way from the outer corner halfway, and then going the inner corner, meeting that in the middle. So you just want to keep stepping back and kind of looking to see the depth that you've got going. As you can see, don't worry if like the halos don't match. You can always just blend all that in. After all, it's just makeup. It's nothing to really worry about. So we are looking rather nice and autumny there. So what I want to do is firstly, I'm going to place down on my finger a little bit of this golden sort of highlight we've got in this palette, and I'm just going to be applying this with a finger. Once I've applied that with a finger, I'm then going to go in with Nairobi and just place a little bit of that on top as well. So just a little bit on the fingers, you can see, and I'm just dabbing that all over the area that has no colour. And you can even bring it up a little bit further if you so wish, just to create that nice halo effect. I bring it up a little, just sort of up into the crease ever so slightly. You don't want to go too major and just ruin that whole vibe. So there's what we've got so far. And again, for each process that I do, I like to just go over with my blending brush and just very gently buff those edges so that everything is looking connected. Just so it's not looking too off. And then I'm going to dip my finger in Nairobi. Now, let me just place that here. Nairobi is this colour right here, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous gold colour. And I just want to place a little bit of that on top of there as well, just to deepen the look a little bit. As you can see, it's just changing up that colour. I absolutely love this shade Nairobi. It's just beautiful. And the eyeshadows are just, when you place your finger in them, they're just so creamy and pretty. So again, just placing that on the eye and just sort of closing each eye so you can see sort of where everything is. They're looking not too bad. Like I said, I can never get both eyes looking identical because, like I said, my lids are doing two very different things. Strange, but there you have it. So again, just using my Real Techniques, I'm just going to ever so slightly buff these colours. Just again to ensure that everything is working seamlessly. So that's looking quite nice now. So what I want to do is just put Nubian 2 over here. So what I'm going to do now is I want to take this really pretty greeny colour, like an aquamarine colour, and I want to place that under the waterline. So what I'm going to do is just take these off and then we'll work from under there. Okay, so now we have that off, you can see that we've got a really nice, sharp, crisp line. Obviously, guys, if you are using tape rather than, for instance, a shadow shield, you will find that if you are wearing foundation underneath, it will peel some of that foundation and kind of give it a marbly effect. Again, nothing to worry about. All I do is just go over it with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and just sort of clean that up. And then I'm applying concealer on top anyway. So it's not a huge issue, but I would say it's probably better to use makeup tape or shadow shields. I am going to have to get my hands on something like that, so I'm not sitting here like a weirdo with sellotape on her face. But anyway, we're going to delve into this one here. Now, you can use this wet or dry. I'm going to give it a go just dry to see, because I don't want anything too intense, because I don't want to take away from the warmness that we have there. So I'm just using a little round brush for this so that we can get close into that lash line there. As you can see, it's just giving it a bit of depth, a little bit of darkness. Like I said, I don't want to go too overboard because we are quite nice and warm. So again, it's just giving a little shadow cast. I think I'm going to deepen it just a little bit more. That's looking better. A little bit more depth. That's looking really nice now. And again, what I would do is take, obviously, my Real Techniques, and I'm just going to go under there and just buff that. So that there is just a little bit more smokiness to it. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go in there and just put a little bit of this gold shimmer shade, and again just pop that in the corners of the eyes. So I'm just going to clean off that little round brush there, and we're just going to pop that in there and just pop that all in the corner there. We already have some of the Morocco that's in the corner as well, so that's just adding nicely to this look here. So you can go as intense in that corner as you want. Me personally, I just like a little bit of something. So as you can see, it's just added a little bit of goldness, a little bit of shimmer to that corner of the eye, just to open it up a little bit. So that is the eye look near enough complete. What I'm going to go and do now is I'm going to go and apply the rest of my makeup off camera and then come back to you. But this is sort of what we have going on right now. As you can see, just a really nice warm browny ambery orange colour, and we've got a little bit of a halo going on there with some of that Nairobi, which is that really nice gold shimmer. And underneath that, we obviously put the gold highlight from the Salted Caramel palette. So I'm just going to pop off and do the rest of my face, and we'll be back to finish off with liner and mascara. Okay guys, so we are back. Rest of the makeup is done. The only things we've got left now to do to complete this eye look is eyeliner and mascara. Now the two products that I'll be using today is the liner from Avon, which is the Avon True Glimmer Stick in black, and I'm going to be using L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic for mascara. So first of all, obviously, let's just apply this. This is just a twisty pen, as you can see, and it is very, very black. I don't want to be going too heavy-handed with this, obviously, as I don't want to blacken it too much, if that even makes sense to you guys. I just kind of want to give that smoky look. So just apply that there. Just like so. So it just darkens that waterline and just gives that really nice smoky look. And then I'm going to go in there with the mascara and just coat those lashes. I have to say I really like this mascara as well. It makes my lashes really long and gives them a lot of volume as well, which is nice. I'm not a girl who likes to wear false lashes all the time. I do periodically, but I don't tend to wear them a whole heap. I like to kind of go with my own lashes. Let's just move this out of the way. Keep getting my hair stuck in that mascara. It's so annoying, isn't it? So that's just one coat, guys, as you can see. I mean, I'm getting quite a lot of length. I mean, I've told you this in many of my videos previously that my lashes are pretty much rubbish. I don't get much length to them at all. But I found that this mascara and also the Primark Lash Out mascara, I've noticed, does the same sort of thing for me. Although I have been really upset to find that when I've went in the last couple of times to try and get stock up on more of that mascara, it's not been there. So I've picked up another mascara from Primark that you've probably seen in my last video. So I'll be testing that, guys, to let you see if I like it or not. Okay, so that pretty much sums up our eye look. As you can see, we've went for a really nice, warm, rich eye look today. A really autumny feel to it. I mean, the sort of colours of the leaves when they're turning that nice golden colour, ready to fall off the tree. I've also put some of that nice green turquoise colour underneath there just to give it a little bit of depth. I didn't go too major underneath the lash line because I didn't want to take away from the warmness that we've got going on here. And obviously I put a little bit of the gold highlight from the Salted Caramel palette in the middle, sort of like that halo. And I also then topped that off with Nairobi from the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. So guys, if you have liked this tutorial and you've liked what we have created today, then give this video a thumbs up. And remember, before you check on out, to hit that subscribe button. So guys, until the next video, you take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.